Hello, World Wide Web. Toby Ryan here, bringing you the rock and roll that you want to know about backstage ACL Fest 2010. Joined by my old friend Dom from that little band Muse.
How you doing?
Man, the
That's
past
right.
year and a half, 2 years, you guys really haven't been doing anything. No touring, no new music.
Loads of time off, just chilling out. Yeah, just
bored to death, are you? Actually, I caught you recently in Dallas. You guys were touring with that little band, that no-name band, U2.
Oh right, of course, yeah,
that small little band. How was that experience? Did you know those guys beforehand, or how was that experience?
It was an amazing experience. Yeah, well, I mean, we had met them very, very briefly once before, like in London somewhere, but just literally crossed paths and went, "Hello, how you doing?" But the tour was amazing. Yeah, they asked us to do it, and it was actually the first thing we did for this album.
Right.
So we felt like it'd be a cool kind of ease into getting used to touring again, you know, with the release of The Resistance. So, and it was great. Yeah, it was big stadiums. We did like 9 stadiums just across the States, and it was wicked. It was kind of easy for us to go out and just play 40 minutes and enjoy ourselves. But it was great to play with U2 as well and like see actually how good they are, because I'd never seen them before, and I was very impressed.
Is it intimidating? Like after that, I mean, did you kind of have to raise the level of your show? I mean, you guys have always been performers, and that's always been the thing about Muse is you guys bring it live. But was it intimidating to play with those guys? I mean, it's U2 for God's sake. I mean,
yeah, I mean, well, not so much really intimidating, but I mean, because we just went out there and did our thing, and obviously being a support band, you're restricted in what you can do with the show anyway. But we did get to use all their screen and stuff. But yeah, we just went out and did their thing. But what I really noticed about them is just how comfortable they were in a stadium environment. And you know, Bono's obviously just an amazing front man, and just has the crowd like right there in his hands. So. And they sounded great, and they're great musicians, and they were like clearly really enjoying it as well. So it's good to see, you know, a band that's been around for that long.
And they're one of the last stadium bands. They're one of the last bands on the planet that still can do stadium shows. And you guys, I almost felt like they're kind of like passing the torch to you guys, because you guys are like all along those lines. Like you're there, you're the next generation that is going to continue that kind of vibe. Because not a lot of bands care as much about their live shows as you guys do.
Well, we've always, you know, taken and put a obscene amount of effort into it for sure, yeah. But yeah, the stadium thing is cool because we feel like we're just starting that really now, because 3 years ago we did a couple of Wembley stadiums and one in Paris, and then this year we did like 9 stadiums across Europe. So, and we're kind of just like entering into that realm, it feels, and it's really an amazing experience to headline your own stadium, because very similar amount of people to a festival, but a completely different environment. You know, really electric. The crowd's so overwhelming, and they all know every lyric to all your songs and stuff, and it's great, and we love it. Yeah, so we can't. Hopefully, we'll do more of that in the future. Are you ever nostalgic about the days when you were playing the small clubs? Are you ever nostalgic? You remember when we played that one show and there was only 8 people there and 2 of them were bartenders? Do you ever wax poetic about those times, or are they gladly behind you? No, I mean, fond memories of those times, particularly like when we first came over and started touring the States properly, which was probably like 04. And we were doing bigger stuff back home, but then we came over here and we were like straight into like 300 capacity clubs. So we started there, and we loved that tour. And I look back on that with fond memories, because we were just, you know, we didn't have any production. We had a few lights, and we were playing like these sweaty little rock gigs, you know, and there's like people bouncing off the bloody walls, and it was like hot and sweaty, and loved it. Really loved that tour. But I swear, actually, the last time we played here in Austin was at Stubbs Barbecue, so that was a bit scaled down. Yeah, the South by Southwest, a little surprise show. Just recently, you guys actually did like a homecoming show. You actually got to play your hometown, right? Yeah, a year ago, actually. Was it a year ago already? It was the first gig we did after, or just before the release of the album. Okay. Yeah, and it was amazing because we're from a very small town. Yeah, I actually talked with Matt on the phone about it a little bit. Yeah. He was kind of explaining. He's like, you don't understand, it's a very small town where we're playing. It's like a little fishing village on the south coast of southwest England, which is a county called Devon. About 15,000 people live there. Really quiet, nothing going on. And there's a patch of grass down by the seafront, you know, and it's actually where me and Matt first met. So it had a lot of poignance, really, because first time we met, we sat down in a little circle with a couple other mates, and I asked him to join the band, and like even to think back then, you know, which is 18 years ago, or whenever it was when we met, we were like, wouldn't it be cool to actually play on this piece of grass, you know? So it was an amazing experience. We did 2 nights. It was about 10,000 people. And we basically like locked down all the streets and turned the whole town into like a festival.
Concert, yeah.
Yeah, and it was like this little festival for the weekend, and it was great. Yeah, it was our first gig in. We were a bit rusty, but like to play in our hometown was just it was amazing. It's wicked.
It's gonna be very vindicating to go home to your friends and your family, and everyone that's seen you come up and like, hey, this is what we've been doing all this time, and we're away all the time. We miss you guys, and this is why we're gone all the time. This is what we do, and kind of to have them impressed has got to feel good, right?
Oh yeah, massively. I mean, we saw like loads of faces in the crowd that I haven't seen for 15 years since I was at school, pretty much, at high school. So it was great, yeah. In the town, I mean, we were a bit worried initially whether the town would want us to do it, because it was going to cause such a scene. But really, like the town and the council and all that, they kind of embraced it because 20,000 people were coming through the town, and I guess it was good for local businesses and stuff like that. And generally, the vibe of it was great. I hope they do it again. So, it'd be nice to start something, doing something regular down there.
Your own little festival there at some point.
Yeah, the Muse Fest, maybe.
I
down in.
I like where you're going with this. What do you guys do when you finally have some downtime?
Well, we're touring until December because after this we go to Australia. Actually, we got like almost a month off in November because Chris, the bass player, is having his 5th baby.
Jeez.
So he's
put a condom on that kid.
Yeah. So we're having a little bit of time off, but it's nice to kind of suddenly stop and try and have a bit of real life. But I'm actually going to go and move to LA for a little bit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, have a bit of fun there, and then. But really, I like to. It's going to be nice being out in California, actually, because I can go like snowboarding in January time,
Snowboarding and surfing and everything in the same day.
Yeah, I can go up to like Big Bear or Mammoth or whatever, which is real close. Go and do a bit of that, or just go on holiday and chill out.
Who's this guy?
Oh, hello. What's your name?
What is this guy doing here? You're crashing this interview.
I just got caught up. I was watching a bit of LCD Sound System, and I didn't realise you guys started. So
no. Great band. It's the new album that they just put out.
I love
Girls
that track.
Is great from the new record.
Drunk Girls.
Yeah.
Great track.
Theme song
cool.
of my life. We were actually just talking about like you finally might have some time off after the new year, and what he hopes to be doing while you have some time off, some downtime. He's talking about going out to LA for a while, a little surfing, maybe some skiing and whatnot. What about you? What are you going to do in your downtime?
Skiing in LA around about. Where can you go skiing in California?
Well, you can go
Big
out.
Bear.
Yeah,
it's like 2 hours away.
About an hour outside.
I've been doing a bit of that, definitely. Yeah. Bit of paramotoring, maybe a little bit of hanging about by the beach. I think relaxing, enjoying the sun. I'd say that's what I'd like to do.
What do you call home now? The bus, pretty much home.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a hostel on wheels. We're all in bunk beds on top of each other and stuff. So yeah, it's a mobile hostel.
You're making it sound really sexy, actually. I mean, so the more you talk about it, the more I got to get me a bus soon. Fun things must happen on the bus. I'm sure of it. Glad you're back for ACL Fest, headlining this year. So
do that. Yeah.
Congratulations on the record, success.
Oh, thank you very much.
And thank you for sitting down with us.
Of course. Yeah.
And even though you just got here, I'd love to chat, but I know you want to get this LCD sound system.
Yeah. Cheers.
It's Muse, everybody.